Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. I apologize for my voice. I got sick last night. Today's just been a nightmare. But NFL Week 14 is here. We're coming off back-to-back great weeks. Week 12 and Week 13 were both awesome for us, so let's keep that rolling. That's the good news. The bad news is we're looking at the ugliest football game ever here. We got New England on the road at Pittsburgh. This line is Pittsburgh -6. Steelers line 6 points at home. Total's down at 30, which I believe I read is the lowest total in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the lowest total in NFL history. That's at 30. It's been bet down from 31.5. Let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
So it's looking like New England's going to be the public side here. Consensus line is still 6. It has touched 5.5 a few times throughout the week, but for the most part, it's been pretty steady at 6. Both the tickets and the handle are leaning towards the Patriots. Injury-wise, the Patriots offense is pretty banged up. Stevenson is now out at running back right when he was starting to get hot. Riley Reef, I thought he was activated from the IR, but he is not playing in this game. Wide receiver Kendrick Bourne still on the IR. Both the other Patriots wide receivers are listed as questionable, Parker and Smith-Schuster. Wide receiver 4, Demario Douglas, he's out. Wide receiver 5, Kayshon Boutte, he's also out. So if Smith-Schuster and Devontae Parker aren't able to play in this game, the Patriots are going to have their top 5 wide receivers out. On the defensive side for New England, no new injuries. The same 3 pieces are out that have been out for a while. Matthew Judon, Marcus Jones, and Christian Gonzalez all still on the IR. They've all been out for a while now. On the Steelers side, offensively, Kenny Pickett obviously got hurt last week. Mitch Trubisky is going to get to start at quarterback. A couple questionables on the offensive line, but I think Mason Cole, the center, I think he's going to play. He hasn't missed a practice. But the guard, Somalo, I hope I'm saying that right. Somalo, he missed practice on Wednesday. I say there's a good chance he's probably out for this game. And Najee Harris, running back, he missed both Tuesday and Wednesday's practice, so there's a good chance he's out as well. And things get even worse for Pittsburgh on the defensive side. They're still missing safety Keanu O'Neal. They're also missing both inside linebackers, Holcomb and Alexander, both still on the IR. And their third inside linebacker, Landon Roberts, I'm reading that he's most likely not going to play either, which means the starting inside linebackers for Pittsburgh in this game are going to be Michael Walker and Blake Martinez. Neither of these guys were on an NFL roster as recent as 3 weeks ago. So they got both these guys in off the street to play linebacker in this game. Well, Michael Walker's been there for 2 or 3 weeks now, but Blake Martinez off the street. Neither of these guys were on a roster 3.5 weeks ago. So let's match these teams up on the field. And this is tough here. Obviously, the Patriots offense has hit rock bottom. In their last 3 games, they failed to exceed 7 points in all 3. They're averaging just 4.3 points per game, averaging just 293 yards per game, converting third downs at just 33% in the last 3 games. It's truly terrible. And congrats to New England. You don't have Mac Jones starting at quarterback anymore, which I guess is a good thing, but the guy you have starting instead might be the only active quarterback in the NFL that's less efficient than Mac Jones. Against the Chargers, he was just 13 of 25, 141 yards. 68.9 passer rating. It was pretty ugly. Now let's cut him a little bit of slack. The weather was pretty awful in that game, but it was the Chargers defense, like one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. If you look at his numbers on the year, it's a small sample size, but amongst 49 qualified quarterbacks, Bailey Zappe's 47th, 48th, 47th, tied for 49th. 41st, 49. I mean, he's one of the worst quarterbacks statistically in the NFL. We just saw this Patriots passing attack with Bailey Zappe get shut down by the Chargers defense, which ranks 27th in pass defense DVOA and 27th in opponent passer rating. Now they have to try to throw the ball on a Steelers defense that sits 6th and 7th respectively in those same 2 categories on the road in Pittsburgh. And as far as running the ball, I mean, they lost Ramondre Stevenson, who was just starting to get going. You can see in the first 8 games, he was averaging just 38 rushing yards per game, 3.2 yards per carry. In the last 4, it's up to 78 rushing yards per game, 5.3 yards per carry, and the yards per game is even higher than that because that has a game where he only played the first quarter included in that. So actually up closer to 100 yards per game. Ezekiel Elliott assumed the role as the workhorse after Stevenson went down. Wasn't efficient at all. Just 3.8 yards per carry on the season, just 3.1 yards per carry in that game against the Chargers. Hard to really put any of that blame on Zeke, though, when you have a pass game as bad as New England's, I mean, teams can just load up the box on you. They know you can't beat them over top. It's tough. It's a tough spot for a running back to be in. And this Steelers run defense is starting to look good. They started off the season pretty shaky. They were allowing 4.4 yards per carry through the first 5 weeks, but in the last 3 weeks, they're allowing just 3.47 yards per carry, just 90 rushing yards per game. So the Steelers have really stepped it up stopping the run. I don't think the Steelers run defense is very good, if I'm being honest. I don't have a lot of faith in it, but against this Patriots offense, I mean, any defense can look good. So I'm not really, we just saw the Chargers defense look elite. So I'm sure Pittsburgh's defense should completely shut down New England. Situational stats on this side of the ball, edge definitely goes to the Steelers defense. Steelers defense surprisingly not that good on third downs, just 19th, but the Patriots offense 28th. Steelers defense also have the edge in the red zone as well. But when we flip it around and look at the other side of the ball, this is where we can find some value on New England. This defense has really stepped it up. They were always elite against the run, but they're playing great defense against the pass as well. In the past 4 weeks, the Patriots are allowing just an 83 opponent passer rating, just 2 passing touchdowns, 2 picks, 230 pass yards per game, just 11.5 points per game. In the 5 weeks before that, passer rating was up over 100, 10 passing touchdowns to 3 picks, 263 passing yards per game, and almost 30 points per game allowed. I was making jokes that the Patriots offense has only scored 13 combined points in their last 3 games, but you want to know how many points they've allowed in the last 3 games combined? 26, under 9 points per game. So the Patriots defense definitely deserves some props. The weakness of this Patriots defense is still the pass rush. Everyone has stepped up on that unit, but that pass rush still hasn't recovered from losing Matthew Judon. I have the numbers right here. What are they? They're just 19th in pressure rate, 25th in adjusted sack rate. So the Patriots pass rush hasn't really been there. But we got to keep in mind, we're talking about Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback for the Steelers here. Last season, amongst 41 qualified quarterbacks, when given a clean pocket, he was 38th in passer rating, 29th in adjusted completion percentage, 40th in turnover-worthy play rate, 34th in PFF passer grade. And the numbers look even worse this year. Now, take this year's numbers with a grain of salt because it's such an insanely small sample size. But the point is, this is not a quarterback that you're worried about giving a clean pocket to. He is not taking advantage of it. One positive thing you do have to say about Mitch Trubisky in this matchup, though, Patriots blitz at a high rate. They're 5th in blitz rate in the NFL, so they blitz a lot. Mitch Trubisky was surprisingly solid when blitzed last season. Amongst 42 qualified quarterbacks, he was 12th in completion percentage, 4th in yards per attempt, 1st in PFF passer grade, 3rd in big time throw percentage, and 0. And first in turnover-worthy play with 0%. That being said, Mitchell Trubisky saw this Patriots defense last year at home and did basically nothing. He was 21 of 33 in the game, 168 yards, 5.1 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and a 73 passer rating. So yeah, maybe this year's Patriots defense isn't quite as good as last year's Patriots defense, but it's got to be close. I mean, they're allowing 9 points a game in their last 3. This defense is playing well, and Mitchell Trubisky couldn't do anything against this Patriots team last year. And if you're counting on the Steelers to run the ball, I don't know about that. The Patriots might have the best run defense in the NFL right now. On the season, they're allowing just 3.2 yards per carry. 3.2. That's first in the NFL. They're second in run defense DVOA. Over the last 3 weeks, ready? Over the last 3 weeks, the Patriots are allowing just 52 rush yards per game on 2.3 yards per carry. 2.3. Now, we do have to take note that the Steelers have been running the ball a lot better recently. Through the first 7 games of the year, they were averaging just 3.41 yards per carry. In the last 5, 5.29 yards per carry. So the Steelers' run game has been getting going, and they have ran the ball on 2 top 5 run defenses recently, the Titans and the Browns. In those 2 games, the Steelers averaged 169 rush yards per game on over 6 yards per carry. So maybe you could say, hey, this Steelers team has run on top 5 run defenses recently. Patriots defense doesn't scare me, but this Patriots run defense is really good. Like I said, it might be the best in the league. Situational stats on this side of the ball, edge definitely goes to New England on both third downs and a huge edge in the red zone, 6th to 29th. Got an underdog pick 'em here. It's a 3 pick. I did my best, man. This game is just tough to get a read on. Ezekiel Elliott higher in rushing receiving yards just because he's going to get so many touches. George Pickens lower receiving yards, Freiermuth lower receiving yards. It's a 3 pick, so it pays out 6 times. If you don't have an Underdog fantasy account, it's available in any state highlighted in this map. So if you're in one of these states highlighted in yellow, head over to the website, or you could download the app Underdog Fantasy. When you make your account, make sure you use the promo code BET, B-E-T. That'll get you a $100 deposit bonus. So you deposit $100 and they will give you a free $100 to play with. So as far as what I'm betting in this game, I'm taking New England +6, but if this game was on Sunday, I'd be passing. Obviously, I'm not going to pass on a primetime NFL game, so I'll take New England +6, but trust me, I'm not kicking the door down to get you to tail me on that. The total's at 30. That just shows you the kind of game they're expecting here. I know you may be thinking, yo, Kyle, how are the Patriots going to score points? And I get that, but at the same time, how are the Steelers going to score points? The Patriots have allowed 6, 10, and 10 in their last 3 games. It's not like the Patriots are getting scored on. And the Steelers offense is bad with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. So you can say the same thing on the other side. I'm getting 6 full points in a game that's probably going to be 13-10. So yeah, I'm on New England, and I probably would lean under. I mean, usually when it's a super low total, the under hits. It's super low for a reason. Trust me, I would love to pass. If it wasn't a primetime NFL game, I'd be passing, but give me New England +6 and the under at 30. If you want our top bets for all sports parlays of the day, or you want to join our Discord, head over to KyleKirms.com. The information's right there on the homepage. Thursday Night Football, it's a disgusting game, but NFL's been really good to me recently. Hopefully that continues. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.